Welcome back to it. Today we are doing some thrifting and some fall decorating. I'm on a tight budget this fall, people, but I want my house to look glowing, magical, autumnal, I think that's how you say it, Halloween-ish. So let's get into the thrift stores. I'm looking for like organic materials, some fabric, some paper. I want to do some garlands, maybe some wreaths to bring a little festivity to my house to spice things up a little bit because right now it's feeling a little sad end of summer. Also gonna hit the sweater racks, check out what they've got for some fall clothing. Let's see what we can find. Let's get creative. Let's have fun. Let's thrift. Clothes are my favorite place to start always just because of the thing I'm most excited about. And I just read some Poshmark stats on the app that the biggest thing selling right now are men's sweaters, jackets. Naturally, it's fall. So looking for colors and sizes that fit me because I may keep some of these, we'll see. Another huge part of thrifting for me is the nostalgia of it. I love seeing old products and things that I had in my home growing up or my friends had in their homes growing up. Was anyone else's mom obsessed with this show? Because I swear it was on like every night of my house. I'm making my way to the arts and crafts section. I'm looking for just any odds and ends I can use for my garlands and wreaths, Halloween fall colors, ribbons, strings, and then fabric. Fabric I want to use for this little flag garland I'm thinking of, maybe do a fabric wreath, TBD, seeing what I can find here. Okay, first stop was a hit. I found some really cute sweaters for myself, maybe to resell. I also found some fabric for my garland. I found some ribbon. I found some wreath bases. And then the things left on my list, I'm about to head into this next store. I'm looking for felt or like a fabric more structured that won't fray. I'm looking for string, literally string for my garland. Some paper, maybe like a book or magazine with words on the paper to use for a craft. And then I also need a basket for a gift that I'm giving a friend who just had a baby. Then also looking generally for like a metal container or watering can type of thing for like an arrangement with sticks. I'm thinking we're also going to go into nature in this video, get some free DIY materials. So let's go into shop number 2. I already see some really good wreaths on the patio here. I already bought a wreath base, but I may use one of these instead. We'll see. Gotta love a little outdoor section at a thrift store. Immediately I'm finding really good stuff out here. Basically a done wreath. And for me with kids these days, just like a mostly done craft is a lot easier for me than starting from absolute scratch. Looking for a little bit more fabric, a little bit more string, really wanting kind of like a galvanized metal bucket or vase. And if I don't find one, I think I can just use the one I have at home. And then whatever I'm not finding at the thrift store here, I think I can just like draw from in nature. That's usually where I go. I find that just like literally sticks, twigs, branches, things like that look really, really nice when they're brought inside. Thrift haul time. Let me show you what I got. Okay, so I made out pretty good. I first got stuff for a wreath and I found those wreath bases at the first thrift store, and then I found a better, more comprehensive, already done wreath. I found this one. I don't know if these are banana leaves or what they are. I like this style, I like this look. I'm not usually into fake plants, but for like a decorative wreath, I can do it for a bit of the year. So trying to do something that is like all holiday, that encompasses like Halloween, Thanksgiving, maybe even bleeding into Christmas. So also thrifted these little pears that are really sweet. There's some grapes in there. I think they're kind of gold, they're kind of sparkly. I feel like they are fall and they also are holiday. And then I feel like one cool thing you can do with a wreath is just switch out the ribbon. So I found this ribbon. It's kind of crunched up right now, but it's kind of this ombre green and oranges, very fall. Adding that on there, and then I could always switch the ribbon to like a red or a gold for Christmas, and then it changes it to Christmas. So that's kind of my thought process there. And then I got some like string. It's basically like really thick twine that's looped together. But yes, I'm planning to use this for my garlands, maybe even tie a little bit on the wreath. We'll see there. And then for my fabric garland, I got these 2 pieces of fabric, and then I also got this one. It's very Halloween. I might just do it all in this color and then save these for another project. I haven't quite decided there, but basically I'm just gonna do those tiny little flags as the banner. I've made one like that before and it's just so cute and simple. And then I also got this beautiful brown ribbon. So I also may tie the brown ribbon into the wreath, maybe use them in the garland, TBD. I do have these extra wreath bases. I feel like they're kind of expensive at the craft store and they were only 50 cents and what, $1.50 at the thrift store. I may not do these because I have the other base already. Maybe I'll do one small little one, My house is, it's not like a grand house, but it's kind of like a tall ceiling, more modern townhouse sort of thing. So really small, like knick-knacky things. Like I don't have any built-ins. I don't have mantle space really because our TV's there. So really I need like bigger, broader things that generally like go on the counter or on a door. So that's what we're doing there. So we'll see if we get to these, but I have these wreath bases. And then I got these crazy books, the taxidermy guide. I feel like these are very Montana. And then this one's called The New Hunter's Encyclopedia. No one's reading these. I feel like anything you'd want to learn, you'd watch them on YouTube. This is so creepy. Also, I figured if I just use this one to cut some pages out of for my craft, that this maybe I'll put out in the bathroom as a little Halloween decoration. Again, I don't normally do knickknacks because they just like collect dust and my kids, well, my 3-year-old messes with them. So I don't really keep anything out that doesn't have a purpose, but I do love the holidays. But yes, I'm planning to use the pages from these books for a little paper garland. I think paper is just the best, easiest material to quickly do a very nice looking craft that's really inexpensive and tasteful. So I was thinking about doing these little ghosts, and then I was also looking at this like 3D star banner. I'll put up images of both. I think I'm leaning towards the ghosts just to bring in some more Halloween, and also it looks easier to do that. So got those books. Next up was a splurge. I bought just like a pre-made Halloween decoration, and I didn't like the price. It was $6, which for me is expensive, but it's these 3 witch hats. They're actually pretty awesome that light up, right? So there's little lights that hang out of them. So I want to find a way to like display them floating up in the air in our house, maybe in our like doorway entry or above our dining table. I just thought they were exactly what I was talking about, like a statement and kind of a bigger, taller space that's kind of cool and like very Halloween. Because I do love Halloween. I just don't need a bunch of like skull candles on my countertops. Then a few other random odds and ends that I thrifted just to show you that are unrelated to my fall crafts. I got this basket. It's a really cool shape. I'm gonna put in some fresh like fruits and vegetables and drop this off at a friend's house that just had a baby. Right now we're like on a budget, as I mentioned, with the fall decorations and just life. The economy's crazy. And so I feel like we have less money to spend on just like gifts for friends and things like that, but I love gifting gifts. So like that's why I thrift. I got the basket and just I'll spend like $20 up to $30 probably on like fresh produce and snacks to put in there. And I feel like it's healthy and thoughtful, but it's not breaking the bank. Like it's less than like a DoorDash gift card. So anyway, if you need some inspiration for someone that just had a baby, that's what I'm doing. Okay, these little books I thrifted. These are kind of expensive. These are cool like baby books, the ones that have these like non-tearable pages. I don't know if it's like a wax page or what, but we had some for my first kid and this one's basically brand new. So I got this for my baby to use when he gets older. I love holiday books. I keep them with my holiday decorations, and we love these Carl books. So Carl's Christmas. And then also I got a baby book for my little baby. I already have a baby book obviously for my first son. And I looked through this one and it's in perfect condition and it's very tasteful and simple. And I like this kind of eucalyptus blue cover. I like that the pictures can go there. Yeah, it just feels really nice. This was only $1. And then last but not least are my sweaters. Okay, so I thrifted this sweater. Does this not look like Savannah, that French brand? Like the sleeves are so cool. I love that little cuff right there. I like the neckline. There's some structure right here in the neck. I looked at the tag and it's just like an Amazon sweater. And I hate buying new on Amazon, but I'll thrift Amazon, man. It's like a nice oversized boxy fit. For me, like when I bring things home from the thrift store, all I have to do is like wash them with my own special detergent and hang dry them so they're like crisp, like freshly laundered, and then they feel like mine and they feel good. If they're still stinky from the thrift store, I usually don't keep them. I'm like, oh dang, this one's gotta go. But these ones turned out great. So let me change the camera so you can see me trying on these sweaters. I bought 4 sweaters, basically planning to resell them because I didn't think they'd fit. What are the odds? I put them all in a bag for $5. So I got 4 sweaters for $5 and they all fit like a dream. I'm so, so excited. And then I also got, let me show you this real quick, this nice little black plush fleece for my 3-year-old for $3.50. And it's great. I've been looking at North Face ones on Poshmark for a while now. And I'm like, God, I don't want to spend like $20 plus shipping or $30 plus shipping for a little North Face thing. This one is just great. So I'd rather thrift it than do like Target, Walmart, try to thrift when I can. So this was a big one for us. This is like a go-to sort of jacket for fall. So let's try on my sweaters. Let me first show you this one, like standing up. Okay, so here's sweater 1. It's like this cream color with black stripes. And I reached for it first thing this morning, running out the door, and it's just so easy wearing it with my little like, you know, athletic tennis skirt and my loafers. That's but I wore it to a preschool drop off today. But yeah, oh my gosh, it's great. This is my favorite one I got. I do like the fit. I normally don't like horizontal stripes, but I do like this one on me. So this is the first one. Okay, next this sweater is H&M, another brand I don't mind buying secondhand, but don't love buying new. I feel like with H&M, it's so hit or miss with quality and you have to feel it in real life, especially. So like if you can get to a store and feel it, that works. And this is just a super thick knit. I thought it was 100% cotton. It's half cotton, half polyester or acrylic, I believe. But yeah, just a navy thick turtleneck, a little bit oversized. And I'd been looking for a navy sweater on Poshmark for weeks, and then boom, this one just like appeared into my life. I think it's great for pretty much every season. It's just so easy to throw on. I feel like I'm gonna beat on this sweater a lot this winter. Anyway, here we are. Let's try on the last two. All right, we're gonna have the baby in the last couple try-ons. So this next sweater is so dang cute. It's just like a fitted black pullover sweater. It's Ann Taylor. It's like new. Yeah, I feel like it looks really nice. It is slightly synthetic feeling. It's not like amazing on my skin, but I think it looks really good. I think it's gonna be a good layering piece for me. I already know one specific vest that I have, that brown vest I wore in a recent video. I don't have anything to wear under it, weirdly, and now I have this, so that's gonna work great. It has a cute little button detail on the wrist, and it's just super, super easy. And then I actually have this sweater in a really pretty red color, the exact same sweater. Let me show you that. Okay, here's the red sweater. I am wearing like a black sports bra underneath, so that's showing through a little bit. But through my color analysis, I found that this kind of like fiery red veering orange is what's really flattering on me. And I've just been like in love with this color. So yeah, exact same sweater, really like slim fitting. I have been wearing larges and extra large in all of my clothes the last couple years and postpartum and blah, blah, blah. But I'm usually a medium and things like fit. And so I just bought these mediums. I'm like, they're gonna be too small. They're gonna make me feel bad about myself. But I put them on and like they're fitting on me, and I like that I'm wearing something a bit more fitted. Like I'm feeling good in this, which is a nice feeling. So yes, this is more like pop of color, a statement sweater. I just can't believe I found 4 really great fitting sweaters. Are they like my dream sweaters? No, but I only paid $5 for them, and I like desperately needed some good stable sweaters going into fall and winter, and it just feels really good not to spend all of that money. Also like not waste all of my time, because I spend a lot of time on Poshmark like sorting and sifting through clothes when I get fixated on trying to find something. So all in all, I'm adding up everything I spent $37. $37 for 4 sweaters, a little jacket for my son, all of our decorations, those books, the baby books. It was a steal. So I'm gonna decorate a little bit now and then do even more crafts once my son gets home so he can be part of it. Let's get started after I put this baby down for a nap. I'm gonna start by hanging these floating witch's hats, or I'm gonna try to make them floating. So I'm using some thread to hang them from the balcony here, and then I got a white extension cord I'm taping to the wall so that they look like they're kind of like levitating here right when you walk in the front door, and they have a glow to them. It feels a little Harry Potter to me. I'm loving these. I'm gonna start with making this wreath. As you can see, it's basically done. It's a little bit sparse in funny sections of the wreath, so I'm gonna adjust the leaves as I go and then just adhere these pears. Aren't these pears gorgeous? I feel like this was the biggest come up of everything that I found because it really makes the wreath look elevated and just glistening. Then I have my ribbon here. I'm gonna straighten the ribbon out and then actually even do a bit of steaming to the ribbon because it was quite crinkly, and then adhering it here, and boom, there's my wreath. For my paper garland, I have decided to go with the ghost just because it will be faster, and my son's helping me and I feel like the stars are just too much work for right now. So pulling out some pages out of this book, I feel like it's a little sacrilegious there, but I'm gonna keep these books, I decided, and put them in my little guest room. We're having company soon. Creating a stencil for the ghosts, tracing those out, cutting them out, and then drawing on some ghosty eyes with Sharpie. I feel like the eyes, it's all about spacing, kind of the wider apart, more cutesy, innocent looking ghosts versus close together is more, I feel like, adult looking ghosts. I always am looking just like at different ghost faces or like any illustrations I can find on Pinterest for kind of the emotion I want to portray when I'm drawing little characters like this. And one of the reasons I chose this craft is because I already had some wooden clothespins, but when when trying them out, they're just a bit too heavy, and so they would tip over the ghost. So in the end, I decided just to tape them onto the string, and I used some of the twine that I got from that spool, kind of separated it out like I was planning to, and hung them on my mantle. And then I had some extra ghosts, so a few days later, I hung those up kind of over by our dining table under these pictures, and it's just a nice contrast against this white wall with those black picture frames. Super simple, super cute. Also randomly making an apple pie. Never made one before. We went apple picking down in Big Fork last weekend, got a bunch of apples, and need to do something with them. Also, I was completing these crafts over the course of like 3 or 4 days while my husband was out of town and I was alone with the kids, so things were crazy. That's why I have so many different outfits on. I just did not get a solid chunk of time to work on these, FYI. Next, we are doing my fabric flag garland. I decided to go with this just bright orange fabric this Halloween. I'm gonna save the other 2 fabrics I purchased for a future craft. And so I just cut out a little stencil again, triangle, traced everything out. I actually traced the triangle up towards the edge of the fabric. I think this is a table runner. That way I had a channel to string the ribbon through. And I couldn't find a safety pin for the old safety pin through the channel trick, like weaving it through. So instead I just taped on a thin paintbrush there and was able to quickly get the flags on that way. Hung them up, voila. I feel like this is such an easy, nice craft, and you can do it for pretty much any holiday. And then this last craft I just put together this morning. This was probably the quickest one, and I really, really like how it turned out. So I started by making some little ornaments that I'm planning to put on this dry, basically arrangement. I went with the orange fabric to tie in the orange from the flags across the room, get a little pop of color going here. And then I used the silky brown ribbon to make some stems / little loops to hang, these tiny ornaments on. And then I placed my branches in the vase like so, and then hung up all my tiny little pumpkins. There you have it. Hello, I just finished my last DIY, that little dry fall branches arrangement. That one I did on a whim this morning and it turned out so good. It brings everything together because everything's on the perimeter of this room and then that's in the center. So I feel like it's kind of the through line for everything. But the DIYs, I would say if I didn't have my kids, I could have done them all in like 1 hour. They were so easy and just fun and inexpensive. So highly recommend all of these. I'm not doing like obviously a full tutorial, but it's kind of just something you look at and then replicate. So yeah, and before I do a final like grand reveal of all the decorations, I got kind of a more pretty shot of each one. I wanted to do a Trader Joe's haul. So I'm definitely like one of those people who's obsessed with Trader Joe's, but we don't live by one. There's not many good grocery stores out here in Whitefish and just like in this part of Montana or really anywhere in Montana. They're okay, but they don't like knock your socks off or anything, at least not for me. But my mom, she sent some snail mail. Bless her, thank you, Sherry. My mom sends us packages, like I swear, like once a month with really good treats and little decorations based on the season. And she just sent us a bunch of fall stuff from Trader Joe's. So if you've been to Trader Joe's in the last month, you've probably already seen this stuff, maybe, but it's all brand new to me. So I'm gonna show you what she got us and what I'm loving so far. Okay, I think I have everything. I had already put it back into my pantry, but let's go through everything. I actually have had this every season. It's just the pumpkin bread / muffin mix. Yeah, it's just an easy go-to to make you feel like a little baker at home. This one is new. I've never had this. At least I think it's new. It's been like 2 years since we lived by Trader Joe's. This is pumpkin spice teeny tiny pretzels. They're so good. If you like flips, flips pretzels, they're like just adorable. They're very sweet, like a crazy pumpkin spice overload. There's almost none left. I ate them all yesterday. We'll probably polish those off today. Next, this is my favorite thing. If you like sweets like me and really rich things, maple flavored fudge. It's so good. It comes in these little cubes in this bag. There's like enough to go around, but not a crazy amount that you'll like get so sick if you eat them all in a few days. So this is my number one rec of the bunch. These ones I haven't tried yet. I haven't been in the mood. Chili crackers, very crisp crackers with a substantial amount of heat. So love that. My mom is very experimental with buying things. Okay, it looks like they're pairing it with like some creamy cheeses to like cut the spice, I guess, a little coolness there. So we'll give these a go soon. These ones, all butter apple shortbread cookies. I'm not the biggest shortbread fan, but my husband loves shortbread cookies. That's probably why she bought these. I didn't eat them. I'm not that interested, but I don't know. He didn't have any complaints yesterday. My son and my husband ate them happily. This, I had this for breakfast. Honey Crisp Apple Granola. Okay. I did enjoy it. Like, I'm just the kind of person that really likes seasonal things, even if they kind of taste funky. Like, I just like being in the moment with the season. So I will say the granola has a bit of an artificial apple taste to it in a way that I'm like, I don't know, my mind's not blown by it, but I still liked it. I had 2 big bowls with just this and some yogurt and a little bit of maple syrup on top, and it basically tastes like, kind of like apple cobbler, but breakfast. I'm sure there's a ton of sugar in here, but whatever. Brown rice syrup, hey, that's like, cane sugar comes first, but healthy-ish. And then last but not least, we haven't opened these yet, the Spooky Bats and Cats Sour Gummy Candies. I think they're just like their, you know, knockoff Swedish fish that they do. So these will be fun. We're a big gummy household, so we're definitely gonna mow through these eventually. And then, ooh, there's one more thing I just remembered that's in my closet. Okay, the mini Trader Joe's shopper bag. I'm not a big mini bag person. It is so cute. I don't know how practical it is. So my mom bought it because my husband, he's like very up to date on like pop culture and news and just things like that. And he's like, have you heard in Asia, they're reselling these Trader Joe's bags, or I don't know if it's Korea, for like $200 each, these mini bags, and they're only $2.99. And me and my mom were like, what's going on with the bags in Korea? And anyway, she found one and she included it in the box. And then I was looking on Poshmark. I'm like, well, what can I get for this? Because I'm just queen reseller, and people are selling them for like 20 bucks. And I think I'd rather just like have mine. I don't know, it's so funny and cute. Yeah, I feel like it's like the size of a lunch bag. I don't know what its use is going to be yet, but I think I'm just gonna keep it. So let me know if you've heard about the hype around these bags reselling for a ton of money and like selling out. I just love when Trader Joe's things go viral. It just cracks me up. Like the sunscreens and the candles and things go crazy. My sister-in-law is always telling me about it in LA, because in LA, people just like go wild for that stuff. I don't know if it's TikTok or what, but there you have it. That's my Trader Joe's haul. Okay, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was a good little fall vloggy vlog. It's September. The leaves are blowing and blustery. Okay, I'm gonna end it on a little montage of all the decorations. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I'm trying to do like minimal editing on the vlogs. I think I mentioned it before, because I have almost like no time these days to work on YouTube, unfortunately, but I still wanna get videos out. So I feel like it's gonna be like every 10 days or every 2 weeks. I'm trying to do less than 2 weeks. Like, I personally don't care if a creator posts on a certain day of the week, rather I just want them to post frequently. So I'm not gonna commit to like Thursdays or Sundays. Those are the days I like weirdly like those days of the week, so I usually pick those days to upload. But I think I'm just gonna do whenever the video is ready as I go, living life. So boom, here's the montage. Love you guys, bye.